Hello, welcome. Dr. Sushma Singh this side. Today in Unit 20, Social Differentiation Among Tribes, let us start our lecture with the topic Types of Social Differentiation. Social differentiation has been classified into many different ways. Here we shall consider a few classifications as found in sociological literature. Durkheim's concept of division of labor in society is a kind of social differentiation. He explains this phenomena with the nature of solidarity that exists in the society. He classifies two different kinds of solidarity among members of the society, namely mechanical solidarity and organic solidarity. By mechanical solidarity is meant the phenomena generally observed in the smaller and non-literate societies, characterized by homogeneity of values, beliefs and behavior, loyalty to tradition and kinship, simple division of labor and role, little specialization of function and little tolerance of individuality. Organic solidarity, on the other hand, is a kind of societal solidarity which is found in modern industrial society, wherein unity is based on complex division of labor, cooperation, and a highly specialized role and functions. This kind of solidarity is called organic solidarity because of its similarity to the functional utility of the biological organism. Salvatore identifies four major forms of social differentiation. They are functional differentiation or division of labor, rank differentiation, custom differentiation, and competitive differentiation. According to Salvatore, functional differentiation exists to the extent that people perform different jobs or occupation. Rank differentiation exists in society due to differential distribution of scarce and desired goods and services, status, prestige, power, etc. He opines that the fundamental character of systematic rank differentiation is implied by its presence in all non-human societies and in a wide range of animal societies as well. By custom differentiation is meant the outcome brought about by any given situation where rules for the proper behavior differ from one another. Competitive differentiation exists to the extent that the success of one individual or group causes the failure of others. Sorokin's classification of social differentiation is said to be one of the most comprehensive classifications. He classifies social differentiation into unibonded and multi-bonded groups. In the following, we shall consider his classification to have a fair view of the scope of discourse of social differentiation. Now, let us move to the point Sorokin's classification of social differentiation. Sorokin classifies social differentiation into two broad categories based on the nature of its bonding and differentiation, namely unibonded groups and multibonded groups. The first is unibonded groups. Unibonded groups are those whose members are bound into a solidarity system by one main value or interest. They are mainly of two kinds: groups organized, semi-organized, or as if organized around biosocial values such as race, sex, and age. The second is group organized, semi-organized, or as if organized around specified socio-cultural values, namely kinship groups, groups such as neighborhood based on territorial propinquity, national and ethnic group based on community of language, culture and history, state groups, occupational groups, economic groups, religious groups, political groups, ideological and cultural groups like science, philosophy, the fine arts, ethnic, education, support, and so on. A nominal group consisting of the elite, individual men and women of genius, eminent leaders and historical personages. Now the next point is multi-bonded groups. These groups are formed by the amalgamation of two or more unibonded values. The main types of family formation embracing all families of the same type, clan and tribes, nations, castes, social order and social classes. Now let us move to the next point, social differentiation among tribes. Social differentiation among tribes is mainly based on descent groups, sex and age. The pattern of social differentiation among tribes is not the same for all societies. There are variations of social differentiation from tribes to tribe in accordance with their social system, tradition and belief system. A multilineal society depicts different systems from those of the systems and practices in a patrilineal and patriarchal societies. Again, there are also variations in the mode of differentiation within both the matrilineal and patrilineal societies. Therefore, while considering social differentiation among tribes, it does not imply a uniform pattern. We shall now discuss a few forms of social differentiation among tribes, with special reference to India. Social differentiation by kinship and descent group. Kinship and descent groups are most basic and important basis of social differentiation among tribal societies. The status of a person, its rights and duties is largely determined by the rules of the systems of kinship and descent. The phenomena can also be understood in terms of ascribed roles and statuses. This sense of ascribed roles and statuses is very much relevant to the traditional lives of the tribals. Kinship refers to those that are related by blood or by marriage. In the words of reverse, kinship is a social recognition of biological ties. The members which are related by birth or blood are known as consanguineal relatives, one's egos cognates, while members related through the marriage are known as the affinals relatives, one's egos affines. Kinship system help people to distinguish between different categories of kin, their rights and obligations, and for organizing themselves as social groups or kin groups. Descent is a narrower term that refers to the rules of a culture that establishes affiliations with one's parents. Descent groups are social groups of relatives those whose member descendants are related lineally through a common ancestors. In the other words, the status of a person is by and large determined by the genealogical relationships. The members of the primary social groups are linked by a kinship. Kinship system may be broadly classified into two categories: classificatory and descriptive. Classificatory system of kinship is a system of describing kinsmen by a terminology that has more than one meaning and a varying degree of relationship. For example, the use of the terminology such as father, mother, brother, sister for many people outside one's own immediate family. Descriptive system, on the other hand, is a system where specific terms or terminology are used for specific relationship. For instance, the term father, mother, brother, sister that is used for one's immediate family members only. Descent groups may be two main types: unilineal descent groups and cognatic or non-unilineal descent group. Unilineal descent refers to the type of group where ancestry is traced through either the father's line or mother's line. The unilineal group where the ancestry is traced through the father's line are called patrilineal descent group, while those whose ancestry is traced through the mother's line is called matrilineal descent groups. Unilineal descent groups are classified into four further types: lineages, clans, parieties, and moieties. In terms of magnitude, the four types may be arranged in ascending order as lineages, clan, parietes, and moieties. The lineage refers to a unilineal descent group which traces ancestry up to about 10 successive generations. Lineages may be of two types: patrilineages, descent traced from the male line, and the matrilineages, descent traced to the female line. In some societies, lineages have segments and subsegments and sub-subsegments. A clan is a unilineal descent group which usually consists of 10 or more generations. The members of the clan believe that they are descendants of a common ancestor. In certain tribal societies, we do have clans consisting of two or more lineages. A phratry comprises of two or more clans. In India, phratry is more commonly found among the tribes of the northeast Himalayan region and also in central region. The Ago Nagas, the Rajkondas and Muryas are some of the tribes that have phratry system. A moiety consists of two unilineal descent groups. The Moin Nagas of Manipur, for instance, has this kind of moiety system. It is also known as the dual organization. They may be exogamous, agamous, or endogamous. The practice is found among many Indian tribes, such as the Todas of Nilgiri Hills in Tamil Nadu, the Nagas, Eo, Anal, Mayons, and Mansang, etc. of northeast region, the Tharas of central Himalayan region, and the Bondas of eastern region in Orissa. Among the Anal Nagas, the society or tribe is divided into two exogamous divisions, Machal and Mosham. The members belonging to the same moiety group cannot intermarry. They do have parieties within each moiety. The agamous kind of moiety is found among the Eo Nagas. The two moieties of the Eo tribe, Monshen and Chungai are further divided into several clans. In the level of the clan, there is a system of exogamy. Here we want to close this lecture. Thanks for listening.